tell you the teachers I'm gonna talk about. I'm gonna be talking about Manish Ramuka, Sanjay Saraf sir, Laukik Shah classes, Mark Meldrum, and a little bit about FinTree. I don't know too much about them, but a little bit about FinTree as well. So I'll basically tell you my observations. Same. I've also attended some of their classes. I'll just give you my opinions on all of them, right? Let's start. Let's start with Mark Meldrum. Now, during my CFA level 1, I had actually done a coaching from another teacher, but somehow मुझे लगा that was not enough. I did not understand things properly, and that is when I resorted to doing YouTube, and that is how I found Mark Meldrum. So I gave level 1 in 2018, क्योंकि COVID आ गया तो बहुत लंबा gap हो गया to but anyway, I gave level 1 2018 December, and तब Mark Meldrum had a playlist for that year's curriculum on YouTube. Level 1 का he had the entire playlist, I think leaving ethics. All the videos were up, literally every LO, SO for example. If the chapter was time value of money, there were literally 12 videos on time value of money. That playlist had covered everything to that detail. So I had used that playlist of his. So yes, I studied Mark Meldrum for free. And it was a very, very, very good experience if you ask me. I think Mark Meldrum really knows how to explain things in ABC language, what I told you, जो मेरा preference है कि कोई मेरे को break down करके ABC करके समझाए चीज़ों को. So I feel that definitely he ticks that box. It was also very feasible because it was online, so I did not have to go, I did not have to worry about timing and everything. So another pro. There's only I think one disadvantage जो काफ़ी लोगों को शायद disadvantage नहीं भी लगे, but I felt that it was, is sometimes Mark Meldrum did go a little overboard with the context, like to explain things. So there are a lot of matters in the CFA curriculum, especially when you start doing CFA level 1, जो आपको शायद level 1 में जानने की इतनी in-depth knowledge की ज़रूरत नहीं है. You don't need it, but he covered it. Now that is good also because you're learning more, but sometimes what happens is when you try to go so deep into things, you also tend to forget what the important part is, right? Like some people really face that problem, and I have seen a lot of people who have gone to Mark Meldrum facing this problem, that he goes so in depth कि वो भी इतना in depth matter में चले जाते हैं that they lose focus on actually what is important for the exam point of view. So yes, that is a slight disadvantage. So in my opinion, please take Mark Meldrum if you know how to stop when to go so deep. So for example, for me, I knew कि okay, this much is important, तो मैं pause कर लेती थी, मैं आगे देखते ही नहीं थी. If you have that level of presence of mind that okay, I do not want to get into the in-depth part of it, then take him. Or if you are the person who is very, very interested to have complete in-depth knowledge of things, and you know you yourself are trying to find answers to those things, even if they may not be relevant to the exam, then definitely Mark Meldrum is a good option for you. Like I said, he's available online, he's on YouTube, he's on LinkedIn, you can message him. His website is also there, I think on Google. He is very, very accessible. That was Mark Meldrum. Moving on to Laukik Shah classes. Laukik Shah is particularly, I think, Bombay based. He has classes in Andheri, Dadar, Borivali. I think these are the 3 locations he takes, and I'm not very sure if he takes online right now. COVID के time पे तो सब लेते थे, but हाँ. So Laukik Shah was the teacher who I went to first for level 1. Now he as a professor personally is very great, but what happened with me is, in my case is, because I think he was taking it in 3 locations, तो मेरे batch में he used to teach very less, and there was some other professor who was teaching जिसका नाम भी मुझे याद नहीं है, and I felt that that professor was not adding complete value, right? So I was not very happy with that, and hence I had to, you know, watch all those Mark Meldrum videos. So yeah, with Laukik Shah, that can be a tad problem, that some of his lectures, some of his batches are taken by some other teacher who you may or may not like. That is one issue. He teaches, Laukik Shah's teaching is pretty fair. I think if you are especially based in Bombay and you want one-on-one classes, he is a good option if he is teaching the batch. He explains things fairly well. I think on the point of explaining, I would give him like a 7 on 10. He does explain things fairly well, but I also feel that sometimes he's too fast, because I'm talking about Laukik Shah's classes, not the other teacher. When Laukik Shah taught me as a con, I felt that उनको क्या था ना, if he has set a target that I have to complete corporate finance today, then corporate finance has to be done today. Even if he can see that the full class is, you know, mentally drained, सब कुछ brain off हो चुका है, वो stop नहीं करते. At least मेरा ये experience था he still continues, which I feel is a very big con, because अगर ऐसे point पे आप continue भी करते हो तो nobody is really understanding anything. So I feel like कभी कभी he just tries to finish the thing and फिर आपके ऊपर है कि आपने कितना सुना, कितना समझा, क्या किया, कैसे पढ़ा. So yeah, a very very big positive of Laukik Shah is he has a lot of practice material, like a lot. Even other teachers give you, but he will give you like printed versions of the curriculum questions, single chapter questions also, then subject questions. So he has really segregated and taken time to like get a lot of practice questions. So that is a very very positive point. So maybe if you are in Bombay, then take him for a test series, or just pay him for those questions. Highly worth it. It's something that I would do. In fact, I did also. In spite of watching Mark Meldrum videos, I paid him extra to get those questions क्योंकि वो बहुत ज़्यादा worth it है. Number 3, coming to Sanjay Saraf sir. Now I have not really studied with Sanjay Saraf sir, interacted with him or seen his educational content to that extent. मैंने बहुत थोड़ा देखा है during my level 2, and I'll tell you my opinion based on that, right? First things first, extremely knowledgeable as a person. Like he knows everything that is happening within the CFA institute, curriculum changes, everything to the T, and he is always up to date with things. He's very very knowledgeable. He also knows how to help you scale your career. That is something that I've seen, that he takes that efforts. वैसे classes भी लेते हैं. So brilliant on that point. Also he's available online as well, so it's a very very big bonus. Like I said, you can study with your own convenience, and he's got a lot of these Q forums and places where like a community is built and you can help each other. So he has really built a strong network, and I feel that is amazing. He's also always active on YouTube and social media. Again, very very amazing. And एक दो बार I've even heard him explain a few topics of level 2, and I think for sure that he knows how to explain things in simple language. Like he knows how to break it down to not complicate life. So teaching wise good, network wise good, communication wise good. Only one con that I felt, one disadvantage that I felt with Sanjay Saraf sir, I don't know, it could be a personal opinion, but I remember when I cleared level 2, and as I've already said it many times, my level 2 exam got postponed many times because of COVID. Like there were 4 deferrals. तो जब वो बैच से हम लोग, I had passed it, obviously there were people who also failed, right? And I remember he had made this video congratulating all the people who passed from his batch and otherwise. उन्होंने खाली से, like I did not like the way he spoke about the people who failed, कि ऐसे कैसे आपने मेहनत नहीं की होगी, हो सकता है, even if times were tough. So this is that one line what he said, that even if times are tough, that is no excuse. And I felt that human, that EQ, emotional quotient was a little missing. So I think after that I am a little put off, because I feel like teacher चाहे जितना भी अच्छा हो, if you don't have that human side to you, the humility side to you of understanding why a student has not maybe cleared. 100% हो सकते हैं कुछ बच्चे जिन्होंने मेहनत नहीं किया, टाइम पास किया, I'm not denying, लेकिन कुछ लोगों की बहुत genuine reason भी होती है. And sometimes, like I've always said, CFA is highly luck based also, right? तो वो भी एक reason हो सकता है. So I feel like a little bit of humility would have been better in that case, and उसके वजह से I am a little put off with him. So yeah, I've given you my opinion on Sanjay Saraf sir as well. Very very quick opinion on FinTree. Like I said, I do not know much about FinTree. In level 1 I had watched his time value of money videos on YouTube, and I think teaching wise they were good. मतलब मुझे तो काफ़ी कुछ समझ आ गया था time value of money का through FinTree. So yeah, honestly that's my only experience. I don't think they are very active on YouTube. They put only teasers. So yeah, but they have a very large network. I think you can try FinTree. If you're in Bombay, I do not have too much an opinion on FinTree because I've only seen them through 1 or 2 videos. जो ठीक लगे, मतलब if I were given a choice, maybe I would try them, maybe. But I only feel कि उनके पास इतने सारे बच्चे हैं कि शायद वो ध्यान ना दे पाए सब पे. But I would have given a try maybe. Coming to the last professor that I know, Manish Ramuka sir. He is based out of Bombay. I think offline classes he takes in Andheri, but he's also available online for all levels 1, 2, 3. In fact, I did my level 2 completely with him. Also gonna prep for level 3 with him. And one thing I can tell you, by the way, this is not something that I'm giving as a advertisement or paid. He doesn't even know I'm making this video. Brilliant teacher. he is that one teacher I would genuinely give a 10 on 10. That's why, like I said, I will do my level 3 also with him only. Because I'll tell you, when I started level 2, because of that gap in level 1 that I had, right, कि मैंने लौकिक शाह सर से पूरा नहीं सीखा, फिर मैंने ऑनलाइन सीखा, there was a certain level of gap. For some reason, I always felt that even though I cleared level 1, I don't have 100% knowledge, like I don't understand things to that level कि मैं किसी बच्चे को समझा पाऊँ. And I think Manish sir did that for me. He gave me so much clarity कि I could start explaining topics like even call option, put option to a 5-year-old kid. So you can understand कि वो कैसे पढ़ाते हैं. He really simplifies life, which is the biggest bonus. And he uses logic to think. So for most cases, I would say 8 out of 10 cases, he would never tell us to learn a formula. वो सिखाते थे कि sum को कैसे approach करना है, sum को या question को या problem को, कुछ भी कैसे approach करते हैं. Because if you go to learn the formula or you go to learn what is happening, there is a very high chance that on the exam day when you have to sit for 10 topics together, आपको वो याद नहीं आए. What is one thing जो आपको for sure कभी नहीं बोलेगा is an approach to things. How did you approach that problem, right? And once you know that, your life is sorted, because you will never forget how to approach a situation. You will learn how to derive the formula, how to derive that answer. And I think that is Manish sir's USP. So highly recommend. He's a complete 10 on 10. And also very important, he's got a lot of humility, right? I think Manish sir has that 100% humility and human side. He understands. So ऐसे jump नहीं करते conclusions पे. I'm not saying he's very lenient all the time and he'll be like हाँ ठीक है मत पढ़ो. नहीं. He will also point it out to you कि oh God, you know you're not studying and इसकी वजह से ऐसे consequences हो सकते हैं. But God forbid you are not studying for a reason and you tell him that you know this is my situation, this is happening. He will understand. And we live in a world where you really need a human being to understand you as a human being, because only then can he provide you a solution as a mentor, as a teacher. Also, he's also highly focused in your career. He really tries to get people from the industry. I think he got people from JP Morgan also once, JP Morgan or Morgan Stanley, I don't remember, to you know just give a small lecture to his students so that we understand कि actually industry में हो क्या रहा है. So he takes a lot of efforts and there is a sense of honesty in him, you know. So when I was doing level 2, I remember there was this chapter that came up, machine learning, and I think it was new. It was not something that he was very well acquainted to, even during studying or even during his working days. So he did not bother कि वो ही पढ़ाएंगे फालतू में बच्चों को, just you know because he's the teacher. No, he took the effort. He found somebody from the industry who could actually come and teach us the entire machine learning chapter. Not just explain it to us, obviously he also explained, but not just explain it to us, but make sure that if we have any questions, any doubts, then we could actually get it cleared from a person who has done it. So he really takes the effort. Highly recommend Manish sir. Matlab, for me, from whatever I know about finance, I think today if I'm able to make this channel so confidently, he has at least a 50% contribution in it. And I'm not, like I said, he doesn't even know I'm making this video. He's not on YouTube, guys. So yes, highly recommend Manish sir. बहुत ज़्यादा लंबा वीडियो हो गया है. So I will shut up right now. I know you all have asked for a detailed CFA level 1 and level 2 plan. Both videos are coming very soon. But yes, like I said in the start of the video, please subscribe कर दो channel को ताकि I can communicate with you better. And yes, if you have more questions related to this topic or any other topic, let me know in the comment section below. All my upcoming videos are based on your questions. So I'll see you guys very soon. Until then, keep sparkling and definitely keep learning.